Hey Matt, it's Chewy, and it's time for your weekly update. And this week, I guess the bulk of my stories fall with this weekend. And I guess there's some lead up to that. A couple weeks ago, I think I mentioned my parents came and dropped off my mom's car and took mine. And it was mostly because they had to go get an emissions check, smog check, whatever people want to call it. They have to get that checked so for the registration this time around. So a couple weeks ago, they did that. And then this past weekend, I did like the opposite trip. Not exactly the same though, because they came kind of all the way over here and then drove all the way back, which is crazy. But I was going to make that same trip essentially. I was going to drive all the way over to California and then all the way back in over the span of those 2 days. So it would have been just kind of a driving weekend for me. Broken up. What we did instead was we met halfway between both locations, swapped cars there, and then came back. And so instead of doing like one 10-hour trip on Saturday and then a 10-hour trip on Sunday, I just did I guess a 10-hour trip on Saturday, which was 5 hours there, 5 hours back, and then it was all done. My car was back. So yeah, I guess I have my car again, but one of the reasons I didn't really mind, I guess, going all the way out there was because I wanted to pick up a lot of like video game things. Specifically, I just got a GameCube again, and so I have a bunch of like GameCube games and things at home. I didn't get too many of them. I got a good portion of the GameCube games. I got more Wii games than anything. But yeah, I guess there are a lot of things that I'm excited to play. Maybe when I find the other box, I'll be able to get the old, I guess, Mario Party games I had. But regardless, what is in this other box is a Game Boy Advance. And so I guess, I don't know, my mom, I asked her if she could like look through the room and see if there are any video game things there. She found a few boxes. I didn't ask her to look for any more just because I know that place is a mess. There's a lot going on there. Angel has moved out of the home, and yeah, so it's just kind of my parents' place, and they're doing whatever they do with it. But yeah, so I wanted the thing I wanted most from that was my Game Boy Advance with a GameCube like adapter cable. And I don't know if you played with Drew and I, or Drew, Angel, and I, but I had two games that used those pretty heavily, and they were Zelda the Four Swords and Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. Essentially, you had to plug in your Game Boy Advance to the GameCube, and then you got your own screen where you did your stuff, and then on the screen you all shared like a overworld view kind of thing. And I always really liked those games a lot. But one of the big things is if you could connect your Game Boy Advance to your GameCube and you played Animal Crossing Population Growing or Animal Crossing on the GameCube, you could take a boat down to an island. So Cap'n would appear at a dock, and then all of a sudden you had like a whole new little place to go to in the game. So that's the main thing I wanted, to do that sort of thing. So yeah, I'm pretty excited to record a little video of that / give a tour of the town I just started in that game. But yeah, I'm pretty stoked because I guess I haven't played that game since I did like a video on it maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago now. So yeah, it's been a while. Yeah, I guess my new video series has been just starting out new towns in Animal Crossing, and it's been good. It's been fun to look back at those games and just see how it is starting them, because we're going to be starting a new game soon. But yeah, I guess in the future, I'd really like to get some of my, I guess, GameCube Mario Party games. I have the N64 ones, and so that's 1, 2, and 3. Though 2, technically, that got stolen from me at some point. I don't know. Somebody took it, and that's a bummer. But it's available for pretty cheap on the Wii U eShop, so I might get it there at some point. I'm trying to think if there is another. Oh yeah, so a new Mario Party came out not too long ago, just last month, about a month ago, I guess. But I've been having fun playing that game. It's been pretty cool. But it's also gotten me in the mood of checking out like some of the older games, and so I have a lot of them. The ones I'm missing are, of course, 2, like I said, 4, which I had at some point. Like I had Mario Party 4, but that got, well, I swapped it with a friend. They lost it. I kept their game because I'm like, no, you don't get your game back if I don't get my game back. So it's just the way it works. So, yeah, so Mario Party 4, I lost it at some point, but I had it. I never had 5, and I never had 9. And yeah, there are a lot of Mario Party games. I do have on me right now 1, 3, I guess now I have 8, 10, and Super Mario Party, which are the new ones. But yeah, the box that I got does not have the 2 Mario Party games that I had in there, which was 6 and 7, which are pretty fun. I like those a lot. They're pretty fun to play. But yeah, I guess that was the road trip. I essentially like went halfway, met my parents. They brought a box of video game things for me, and I'm pretty excited. There are a lot of little fun trinkets in that box, and one thing I was really surprised about, my Game Boy Advance got like wildly discolored. Like the back looks fine. It looks like the original kind of blue, ice blue see-through color that it had, but the front of it's like gotten all yellow and weird looking. It's pretty funky, kind of gross, but it's something. I'm excited to have it again. I just need to find some batteries so I can try it out and do that thing that I wanted to do. But there's also some Game Boy Advance games in there. Like, I think I have Bust-A-Move, which I've always really loved Bust-A-Move games. They're just kind of like those ones where you aim some bubbles to I guess shoot at other bubbles that are similar colored, and then they pop, and then you just want to pop all the bubbles and get rid of them. And it's a simple game, I guess, but it's pretty fun. I've always liked them. I wouldn't mind a new one. I was playing it the other day because I found out, like, apparently on Facebook Messenger you can play games with other people, and I found out you could play like Bust-A-Move with people, and that's crazy to me. I didn't know you could do that. There are other games that you can play, but Bust-A-Move's my favorite one just because it's pretty fun. You play for essentially like a minute, and you get whatever score you can get in a minute, and then once that's done, you just send your score over to your friend and they try to beat it. So it's cool. I want to see, I guess, what other little games they have and maybe try to play. I used to play a lot of Words with Friends with people, but I don't know, I guess I just can't keep up with it anymore. I start too many games with too many people, and then I'm like, oh, this is taking way too long. I've got to really think, because when I play Words with Friends or Scrabble, like, I'm kind of competitive, and I want to do well, so I think over my moves a lot. I don't know, I suddenly forget to respond just because I was thinking about the move. It times me out, I lose the game, and that's just how it keeps going. So it's a bummer. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about this box of games. I do have WarioWare Smooth Moves in this box, which I love that game. I love WarioWare games in general, but WarioWare Smooth Moves had some really fun little mini games in there that I'd like to play. I also have Mario Golf Toadstool Tour, just some different things. Okami, that just came out on Switch too, but I guess I'm like, I already own the game. I don't really need to buy it again. But yeah. I hope you are doing well once again. I guess I don't know what you've been up to over the past week, but yeah, I hope to hear from you soon. All right, bye.